Hare Krishna. When I was 16 years old, I began to feel an urgent need to find out the purpose of life. I wanted to know why I was going to die. I wanted to know why I was going to high school. And I used to stay up late at night with my brother, and we'd talk back and forth about what happens at the time of death. And we'd become very afraid. During the 1970s, there was a lot of change and turmoil in the world, and I felt a desperate need to find out who's God and what's my purpose. So in that mood, I found a book called Be Here Now, and I began to read it, and it told all about Eastern philosophy, only with a Mayavadi tilt to it. But in there I found a mantra, Rama, and I began to chant Rama constantly, because it said, look at everything and see God and just chant Rama. So I chant Rama, 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 and I took a vow to not wear shoes and not look at clocks, and I gave away all my things. And I would just go to school and do what I had to do and come home and chant my Rama Mantra. And I looked at many books to try to find what is the absolute truth. And none of them completely satisfied me, because none of them talked about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They all said that I was God, or there is no God. And one day, while I was sitting in my room meditating on a candle flame, my friend Richie Corsa came to my house, where I lived with my parents, and he knocked on my door, and he said, I have a magazine from the Hare Krishnas. They took my last 50 cents, and I don't want this magazine, I'm not interested in it, but I know you will be. I didn't answer the door, because I reasoned, according to what I had read in many of these books, that we're all one, and therefore Richie knew what I was thinking, and it didn't matter if I came to the door or not. So out of frustration, he left the magazine at my bedroom door and went away. And a little while later, I came out and found the magazine and began to read it, and I knew I had found the perfect philosophy and my home and my spiritual master when I saw the picture of Srila Prabhupada. In the Back to Godhead magazine, there was an advertisement for the Sri Upanishad and the Bhagavad Gita, and I went to the bookstore to find those books at Shambhala Books in Berkeley, California, and said, please give me everything by the author A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And they gave me Bhagavad Gita, Sri Upanishad, and On the Way to Krishna. And I began to read those books constantly, and then instead of chanting Rama, Rama, I began to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I was 16 at the time, and I wanted to go meet the devotees, so my mother drove me to the temple, and I went to the Sunday program and talked to the devotees. And I told them of my desire to join and become a Hare Krishna myself. I went back and told my parents, and they said, you're 16 now, you have to wait till you're 18. And you can stay for the summer, just for a couple of months, but then you have to finish high school and wait till you're 18. So I went with them to the temple, and I brought my sleeping bag and a couple other things. And when I was getting out of the car, I said, Mom and Dad, you know I'm not coming home. And they began to cry because they knew it was true, that I wouldn't come back. So I went into that temple, and I felt like a fish who had gotten back into the water, perfectly happy at every moment, living with the devotees there on Valencia Street in San Francisco. And then I found my service. My temple commander, Krita Karma, asked me if I would like to distribute books, because he said it was the service that pleased Srila Prabhupada the most. And I went out for my first day and came back, and they asked me how it was, and I said it was wonderful. And they said, that's your new service. So that's how I started in the Hare Krishna movement, how I got my first service. Hare Krishna.